KFWB News 980, News on Demand.
City of LA moving ahead with a comprehensive plan to identify the worst street gangs in our city and bring them under control. KFWB's Pete Demetrio reports this proposal comes after a surge in gang violence over the last 12 months.
The plan, developed with input from the mayor's office, the LAPD, the city attorney, and outside consultants, calls for identifying the 10 worst gangs in the city, along with targeted individual members for apprehension and working in a coordinated fashion from that point on. Mayor Villaraigosa noted in his comments to a summit on gang violence that while crime overall in LA is at a 50-year low, there's one glaring exception.
Street gangs are responsible for a majority of all the murders in Los Angeles and nearly 70% of all the shootings.
Chief William Bratton endorses this solution, which includes the involvement of school officials to slow gang recruitment, use of probation and parole resources to halt the continued presence of gangs in neighborhoods, and the use of federal and state resources where they can be brought to bear. Pete Demetrio, KFWB News 980.
It'll take more than police muscle to make a dent in gang violence. KFWB Sharon Katchen reports live. That's because its causes are so varied.
And here are the main causes, according to youth counselor and gang expert Lisa Taylor Austin.
They're looking for a sense of family or camaraderie, or they're looking for power or a way to make money, or they're looking for protection. Some people are actually addicted to the violence involved in gang membership.
Taylor Austin says gangs thrive in places where jobs and housing are in short supply and people are crowded into slums. She says improving job and housing prospects would go a long way, as would programs to give 6, 7, and 8-year-olds something better to do than join gangs. Reporting live, Sharon Katchen, KFWB News 980.
This kind of illustrates the problem that everyone is facing. Violent night in Pasadena. 2 drive-by shootings within an hour and a half of each other, less than a mile apart. First was at Orange Grove Boulevard and Lincoln Avenue around 8 o'clock last night. Man in his car, SUV pulls up alongside. Driver or a passenger perhaps opened fire. Man's now in critical condition. 9:30, just blocks away on Raymond Avenue, another man standing outside an apartment complex when someone shot him in the leg from a passing car. Police think the shootings, though, are not related to each other.
KFWB News Time, 7:04. Disappointment for LA Mayor Villaraigosa. California Supreme Court refuses to immediately review a ruling that has been preventing him from taking at least partial control of the LA Unified School District. That means the district's challenge of mayoral control will remain before an appeals court here in Los Angeles.
They say they feel for the homeless, but say their Venice neighborhood is under a state of siege. Some residents fighting against a plan for a walk-in facility for the homeless at Lincoln and Flower, believing it's not safe for their community.
By only 7 votes, Garden Grove School Board member Trung Nguyen wins the special election to fill a seat on the Orange County Board of Supervisors. It's to be certified tomorrow, we're told. He is squeaked by Janet Nguyen. The two are not related and both are Republicans.
Change is coming, perhaps to the MTA lines. KFWB's Paul Lowe reports some riders may see fewer buses and less often.
The Bus Riders Union and a lot of everyday riders now urging the MTA Board of Directors to oppose the suggested more than 40 bus line service cuts or changes for June of this year. The Metropolitan Transportation Authority's Richard Hunt says simply some lines don't have ridership anymore. Cost outweighs service provided to the public. One line in particular, 168 in the San Fernando Valley.
We're looking at completely removing the service. The ridership is very low on this line. It's critical to some people, as we know, but where a few people are served, we think we can reinvest those resources to areas where greater numbers are served.
Hunt says your thoughts and opinions are very important. Public hearings are being held. He urges you contact the MTA. Paul Lowe, KFWB News 980.
Don't take it personally. Governor Schwarzenegger says if he calls you sick or stupid in private, he may not really mean it. KFWB's John Brooks reports the governor's explanation was made on the L.A. Roundtable program on City View, Channel 35.
Governor Schwarzenegger explaining the taped comments he made a year ago while talking to his aides, where among other things he called Senate Leader Don Parada really weird and a very sick man.
To me, everyone is a sick man and everyone is a low forehead.
A low forehead.
Low forehead, yeah, exactly. My friends, anyone that's around me says, hey, forehead, come on, give me this. So they have your low forehead. So, I mean, that is not, any kind of attack in any way or derogatory.
Schwarzenegger told the interviewer, quote, what we say in our private discussion is processing outward, but what sticks is what we say in public. John Brooks, KFWB News 980.
If you lived here, you'd be home by now. You've probably seen a sign like that advertising living space as you drive into or out of downtown L.A. KFWB's Bill Cooper explores the possibilities.
A loft, condo, or apartment just blocks from work. No more commute. Nice idea, huh? Well, it's a more attractive possibility.
1999 was sort of the BC and the AD of downtown's real transformation. It was the combination of Staples Center opening up and the passage of a little-known law called the Adaptive Reuse Ordinance, which made it less costly for developers to convert old office buildings in downtown Los Angeles to housing.
Carol Schatz with the LA Downtown Improvement District. The advantages: close proximity to work, access to downtown shopping, and other amenities.
It's great living across from the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion and the Mark Taper Forum. If we want to go catch a show on a Sunday, we can just walk over.
Disadvantages: not enough amenities. No supermarket, for instance, but that's about to change.
Everybody is looking towards the end of 2007, two major events. One is the opening of the Ralph's grocery store, and then also the opening of the Nokia Theater.
That's Jack Kaiser with the LA County Economic Development Corporation. Bill Cooper, KFWB News 980.
If you want more information on living downtown, go to KFWB.com. Look for KFWB Exclusive.
Pension payouts for retired public workers in California's largest cities, including LA, Long Beach, and Anaheim, are far outpacing inflation. Wall Street analysts say it could reach critical mass unless reforms are made.
Many students apparently using their cell phones to secretly videotape their teachers and classmates, then posting the sometimes humiliating images on YouTube. After an incident at Malibu High School, officials are thinking of limiting gadgets that can be used on campus.
KFWB Sports.
Well, yesterday was signing day when colleges sign high school football players for incoming freshman classes.
Yeah, like letters of intent and all that.
Letters of intent,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and USC did so great, and so did Florida and LSU and Tennessee. Now, I was a little perturbed that Texas didn't do as well.
Oh, your alma mater.
I have never, posted anything anywhere before. Went on a Texas football website to criticize Coach Mac Brown.
Okay.
Jack, I have one favor to ask.
Uh-huh.
Would you start my car this morning? Moron was the kindest. Those things get ugly.
You're biting the hand that almost fed you.
Yeah, you thought I'd shot Barbaro or something.
Well, I was born on the campus, so I don't think I want to get close to this.
Okay, anyway, UCLA shot 31 free throws to 5 for the Trojans, took their first lead with a 5-point play late in the game, a basket free throw and 2 more free throws and a technical. Keys to a 70-65 win for the Bruins. USC coach Tim Floyd managed to bite his tongue and stop short of criticizing the officiating.
We shot the ball 18 times in the paint in the first half, which we were trying to do. We didn't get ourselves to the line, which we attempted to continue to do in the second half. And they did a good job of guarding without fouling.
Thank you, Senator. NBA, you hold LeBron James to 11 points and lose. How can you do that? Oh, that's right. You're the Clippers. Cleveland won 94-77. NHL Ducks lost to San Jose 3-2. Soccer, U.S. beat Mexico 2-0 in an exhibition. NFL reports this morning that the new Cowboys coach will be Chargers defensive coordinator Wade Phillips. And it seems that 18-year-old DJ Brown wanted to continue a family tradition of running around the Garden barefoot during halftime of the Super Bowl. Hard to figure out how this got going since his family lives 30 miles north of Minneapolis. And somehow DJ, said to be a straight A student, had to be treated for frostbite. The fact it was 17 below might have had something to do with it, but naturally a straight A student would have missed that clue.
What am I, nuts?
Could be. Sports at 15 and 45. I'm Brett Lewis, KFWB News 980.
KFWB News 980. News on demand.